time, you'll learn that people learn to respect your time. You want to be sure that you're honoring their time as well. Like, don't be selfish. Like, if they're respecting you, respect them as well. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the video here on Chats with Michelle. What's up, guys? How's it going? So in today's video, as you can see by the title, we are going to be talking about the importance of managing your time, but more importantly, putting your friends and family on a calendar. Yes, you heard me correctly. As you guys know, here on this channel, we focus on the journey of adulting and pursuing purpose. And in today's video, I believe that we're doing both. Honestly, I think managing your time is super important as you're adulting, you're becoming an adult, as you are an adult, and you are just, making sure that you are making the time to do the things that you have to do. And also as you're pursuing purpose, because as you know, there's never enough time in the day, and you want to make sure that you're managing your time wisely. So let's get right into the video. So as you guys know, in the first video I made of the year, I talked about managing my time as being one of the things that I definitely have to work on. And with that being one of the things that I have to work on, I wanted to share what I've been doing that significantly helped manage my time. I've been doing this for at least a year now, and it has definitely helped me manage my time so much. And what that is pretty much putting people on a calendar, pretty much just scheduling people. Like I said, time is so valuable, and I'm pretty sure you guys already know that, and it's as if we can't even seem to find enough time in the day, right? And with that being said, it's so important that we make the time and we use our time very wisely. I thought it was important to make this video because I know that many of you guys can relate to friends and family just constantly, in a way, kind of bombarding in our lives, and not in a bad way necessarily, but more so just like, having a lot of extracurricular different activities that we have to do, whether it's spending time with family, friends, etc., and wanting to make the time. However, it seems like we make so much time for everyone else, where things just randomly come to you, and it seems as though you can never get a hold on your schedule and the things that you have to do, because you're constantly having to pivot and constantly having to shift because things are just happening to you. So you're constantly being reactive to the things that are happening to you instead of being proactive and scheduling things out. So I wanted to go ahead and share what I have been doing and what has been working pretty well with me through scheduling. So here's how it works. I no longer believe in just allowing people to just place themselves in my day like whenever they see fit. I just personally don't do that. I'm a person, I tell my family and friends this, that I have an open calendar. Basically meaning that pick a day and let's schedule it. Let's see if we can schedule whatever it is that you want to talk about, whatever it is that you want to do. Now, trust me, my own family has made fun of me about me being like, pick a day, let's put on the schedule, let's schedule it. But here's the thing, and here's what I found. And here's some advice to you that maybe you can share if you're having a hard time with family and friends understanding why you want to schedule things rather than letting them randomly just pop up. Here's what you can use, and here's how I see it, honestly. This is how I feel. I'm a person that values the relationships in my life, whether it's friends, family, etc. I value those things. And because I value those things, and I know that I typically have a lot of moving parts going on, I want to make sure that I provide you with my undivided attention. And because I want to provide you with my undivided attention, I have to make sure that I make the time. So because you're so important to me, I want to make sure that I have this time scheduled out for you so that I know on this day, at this time, for this much time, I'm spending my time with this person. That way, you have my undivided attention. We can do whatever it is that you want to do, and it's just more productive that way. Now, this works for both people. Like I said, it works for you because it's on your time and when you can do it, and it also works for the person because they actually get the result or whatever it is they wanted to talk to you about, see you about, etc. So it works for both people because you guys are both, ultimately, I feel like, gaining in the end. They get their end result and whatever it is that they want to get done, and then you also get your end result of being with that friend or that family member, but doing it on your time. Now, with this being said, obviously there's exceptions. Now, this is not an excuse for you to be a bad friend or a bad family member. Obviously, if there's an emergency, you know that this person needs you, of course, you rearrange, you reschedule, you be there. I'm not saying if someone has an emergency and you know that you can be of help, that you should not stop what you're doing or because they're not on the schedule. Obviously, emergency and things that you know where this person needs you, obviously you make yourself available. But other miscellaneous extracurricular activities, I think it's important that you schedule it. Over time, you'll learn that people learn to respect your time, because even in my own life now, whereas people would possibly say like, I'm just gonna drop by randomly, they'll say, hey, Michelle, are you available at this time? And that way I can say, no, I'm not available at this time, but I'll be available at this time instead. And that way you can kind of just work it out. Obviously, this is not a super seamless process. I'm not saying that people don't just pop up sometimes. Obviously, it happens. But mostly than not, I find it that the people in my life, especially the ones that I frequent more often, they're usually willing to ask me, hey, do you have time at this time? And I can say, yes, I do. No, I don't, but here's a better time. Now, with all that being said, just how they are honoring your time, you must honor their time. So you must be a good steward of what you say, and you must actually follow through. So don't be not showing up, canceling like appointments, double booking, or really even just rushing. I really try my best, honestly I do. I try my best to give people valuable time, and I try not to rush. And if I know that I may have something to do after, I like to just say upfront, hey, we can hang out from this time to this time, and at this time I have something to do. So I think just being honest and upfront, and not just like sporadically like rushing a person is like, well, you didn't even tell them that. You want to be sure that you're honoring their time as well. Like, don't be selfish. Like, if they're respecting you, respect them. So now you may be wondering, well, like, how much time do I schedule with someone? Honestly, it's completely up to you. Why are you meeting with this person? What is it for? I think you know. How much time do you want to spend with that person? How much time is it going to take for you to do something with that person? How important is it that you meet with this person, you know? So I think it just honestly depends, up to you. A perfect example of this would be for me, like with my grandparents. So for example, with my grandmother, every now and again, she'd be like, hey, Michelle, I haven't seen you in a long time. When are you going to come and see me? So clearly and obviously, I'm not going to tell my grandma, pick a time on my calendar. Like, no, I'm not going to tell her that. So what I would do is say, hey grandma, when are you gonna be home? Oh, I'm home on this day. Oh, you're home on this day? Oh, okay, I'm gonna stop by, I don't know, let's just say Wednesday. I'm gonna stop by Wednesday at 4 o'clock for an hour. So basically, I don't have to give my grandmother necessarily 3 hours of just sitting and really not doing much, you know? But I can say, hey grandma, I'm gonna stop by for an hour so you can see my face, you know? And I know in my head, I'm gonna stop by for an hour so she can see my face, say what's up, chat up for a little bit, and then like go like that. So I think, like I said, depending on the relationship and what it is that you have to handle, you'll learn over time how much time you actually have to spend. And sometimes you're like, you know, you'll make mistakes. There's been times where like I didn't schedule enough time. I'm like, yo, like, no, this should have been longer. Or I had to say, okay, let's do another appointment because I have something else to do, etc. So like over time, you're kind of like mastering. Even I'm like, you know, getting better and better at it every single time. But yeah, you'll know how much time you need to spend. So that's pretty much the end of the video. I hope that it was able to help you in any kind of way. I hope that you were able to maybe think of the different relationships in your life that you're like, wow, maybe I could possibly schedule it. If you're a type of person who like maybe spends a lot of like, you realize you waste a lot of time sometimes with like, you know, you love this person, but y'all waste a lot of time. So maybe just scheduling them in, etc. So like just finding a way to do that. And like I said, just sharing like, hey, listen, because you are valuable to me, because you are important to me, I want to make sure I have time. You know, just, I think honestly, just talking to people and just telling people what it is. There's people in my life who don't even realize I schedule them. Like literally, I could be like, just like messaging someone and say like, hey, can you talk on this day at this time? Or like, hey, can you meet up on this day at this time for this many minutes? Like literally, I do it all the time. It comes out very natural. But for me, like I said, it just kind of gives me an idea of my day. If you have to cancel for whatever reason, you know, emergency, etc., it's like making sure that you reschedule and different things like that. I mean, I do my best. Honestly, I'm pretty sure someone will hit me up and tell me if I don't. But I honestly try to do my best within doing that. But anyways, guys, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that it was helpful in any way. Thanks so much for watching. You can always share this video if you would like to. And I'll see you guys in the next video here on Chats with Michelle. Bye, guys.